Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel for a review of Shazam 2, The Fury of the Gods. First thing to say about this movie is it's getting a lot of bad press from lots of different directions, and I watched it last night and I don't know why. It's not bad. It's not a bad movie. It's really fun. It's far better than was Black Adam. Black Adam was filled with all kinds of politics left and right, and it was just not enjoyable. The longer that movie went on, the less fun it got. This one is, from the beginning to the end, it is what it is. It's a silly movie, and you just go along and you have some popcorn and you enjoy it, and it's not trying to be Superman 2. It's really not. Superman 2 had 3 villains from Superman's home planet, and they were scary, and they were mean, and they were funny, and it was good times. This one, there's 3 gods from Shazam's origin of the Greek mythos, and they are not in any way, shape, or form like Superman 2. This movie packs on the silly without shame and just pushes it on, and there you go. Alright, so let's see. There's no politics in this movie, which was surprising and yet fun. So that's another really good aspect of the movie. The other thing that on the bad stuff for the movie is there's way too much CGI. All movies have just gone overboard in the CGI. It's like, stop it. Film on location. It's not going to kill you. There's a scene in this movie where they're up on a rooftop and it's CGI. It's really obvious that it's CGI. Just go on location again. Let your actors get some fresh air and let us see fresh air on screen again. I'd say the most damaging part of the whole movie is the fact that the DC universe is now under control of, it's under the gun, as James Gunn is under control now, which means all of these people are fired in real life. And so all the scenes that set up with Wonder Woman and Batman and the Flash and all those guys, they don't matter. And that's just like, you're watching all this like this, you're watching somebody after they've all got the pink slips, and you know that none of this is going to go anywhere ever again. And that's the most damaging part of the movie. The plot of the movie is supposed to be, so says the actors on screen over and over and over, all about family. And yet, there's no bonding scenes in this movie. In the first movie, there were much more bonding scenes. This one, there's none. So they talk a good game, but they don't really act it out. But again, it's a silly movie with lots of action. So it's just they're falling short in what they're promising. The acting was a bit spotty, to say the least. Not everybody's up to the task. And, that's just the way it goes sometimes. So there's that. It also has the idea that seems to become really prevalent in our society right now with all the cussing. And there's not a lot of cussing in the movie, but there is cussing, and there's some of the major words in it. And YouTube has just become proliferated with tons of cuss words. Everybody seems to think that cuss words are okay now. Well, let me suggest this to you. Cuss words are cuss words because we know they're naughty. So if people are going to use these words on purpose, knowing they're naughty, they should expect that people understand, hey, you're being naughty, and some type of backlash. And if there is no backlash because they stop being naughty, then people will stop using them because people are choosing them to be naughty. It is the paradox. So this duplicity of, hey, I'm going to cuss, but you have to be okay with it. No, you're cussing because you want to be edgy and you want to set people on the side. And they've done the same thing in this movie. They want people to be okay with cuss words in kids' movies. No, that doesn't work. The whole point of cuss words is to say these words are taboo and you're not supposed to use them in front of children. So it's a good movie. It's not a great movie. It is not Superman 2, but it's way better than Black Adam. And as many reviewers have pointed out, from Critical Drinker to all of the other Phantom Menace folk, we have come to a time where a movie that's just kind of okay is considered a really good movie because so many of the movies coming out are just total garbage. This movie is not total garbage. It's not really great. It's not as good as Mummy 1, which is an absolute perfect edition of a popcorn movie. But it is definitely, if you pay to see it, you'd be like, that wasn't so bad. I don't want my money back. It's not in that category. It's just a waste your time Saturday afternoon movie and have a good time doing it. That's all it is. It's not pretending to be anything more. It's not pretending to be any less. So with that in mind, if you go check it out, hopefully you'll enjoy it to some degree. You'll like it way more than they're telling you, but I doubt that you're going to go like, oh, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen! But you'll have fun. So enjoy the movie if you get a chance to see it. As far as being better than the first movie or not, I was reading a lot of the reviews on IMDb last night. A lot of people were split that liked it better than the first movie. I think they're different because the first movie is more about family and is setting up the family dynamics, and it's a much more personal movie than this one, which is thick on the silly and thick on the action and, again, the just oversaturation of CGI. So with that in mind, have a great week. We'll see you sometime in the future.